Good morning, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another exciting edition of baseball here on my channel. Today, we return to our Inside Pitch Seasons project. As we have now completed the 1985 one and gone, now we move forward in Inside Pitches seasons available that they have until we reach our next one and gone. Today's date is October 25th, 1986. And this is my favorite baseball game of all time. This is the 1986 World Series, Game 6 between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Mets. I really don't think I have to give you much of an introduction to this game, as pretty much all of you know what happened. Of course, the Mets won it 6-5 in 10 innings in pretty much the most unbelievable miracle fashion that could happen. Bears Den 007 joins us here at Shea Stadium. So we're going to replay this sixth game of the World Series, and we'll see how Inside Pitch does it. I usually do at least give this game a crack when I get a new system, and this is actually the first time I've played this game with Inside Pitch. I did play it with Payoff Pitch when I got the 86 season finally, but I didn't stream it. I just wanted to check to see how it would go. And the Red Sox won that Payoff Pitch game. I think the final score was 3-2, but I'm not really sure. I didn't really keep track of it. But here on Inside Pitch, we're going to play this game here. This is my favorite baseball game of all time. The Red Sox were the Mets were dead in the water going into the bottom of the 10th inning. And of course, we all know what happened. I really don't need to give this game an introduction. It is considered one of the greatest games ever played in baseball history. I know there are so many people that will argue which was the best World Series game of all time. I'm not going to go into that argument, but this is my favorite game of all time, not just in World Series history, but in baseball history. So now we move forward to the next season. Let's see what we got. Let's get things underway. Starting pitcher for the 1986 New York Mets in this game was Bobby Ojeda. He was 18-5, a 2.57 ERA. He was actually the ace of the Mets staff. That season. You were TGI Fridays and not watching this game. Yes, I was at home. I was enjoying it. It was incredible. It was a terrific. I couldn't believe the game myself. So let's go to the top of the first inning, and let's see how this game goes. Leading off for the Red Sox will be third baseman Wade Boggs. So let's see how this replay goes as we continue our Inside Pitch Seasons project until we get to our next one and gone. Ojeda with the pitch, 5-6. That's a strikeout chance. The 2 will get Boggs. Shea Stadium adds 1 to strikeouts and 2 to walks in 1986. This is, of course, also my favorite baseball season of all time. Season I usually get when I get a new ball game. Here's the second baseman, Marty Barrett. Pitch from Ojeda, 5-1, strikeout plus 10. That 7 is good. He strikes out Barrett. Second strikeout for Ojeda. He had 148 of them in 85. Next up is the first baseman, Bill Buckner. So pretty much on that play, according to Inside Pitches, he rolled under a 3 for the error check. So it was an error check, or an error on a grounder, or actually in order for the runner to score from second, that would have been probably an error on a grounder. So it was actually a single and then an error is how I think they would have ran it. I don't know. Pitch from Ojeda, 6-1 against the lefty. That is an automatic out. And that's a fly out to left, and the inning is over there. So nothing for the Red Sox at the end of a half. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, starting pitcher for the 1986 Boston Red Sox is Roger Clemens. 24-4, 2.48 ERA. He was the man in 1986. There's no difference. He was still really wasn't a man yet. He was still a kid. Roger Clemens. He would be considered the most dominant right-hander of my time. But unfortunately, with the juice, really is a shame. I really am. All that great stuff for Roger Clemens, and you know that he was on the juice. Leading off for the Mets, center fielder Lenny Dykstra. In my opinion, I think the 86 Mets had the best lineup they ever had. Pitch from Clemens, 6'5". That's a range play. Dykstra gets the swing, 2-2. It's a pop-up to first base. That's Buckner. His range is a 3, and he will make the catch. Out number 1. Even with those battered legs, he makes the play. And that's a pop out to third. Here's second baseman Wally Backman. Clemens with the pitch, 3-1. Range play again, but this time at the park. Shea Stadium, 3-2. Says a ball hit to right field. Let's see, 3-2 is a ball hit to right field. Backman against and that is an 11. That 11 says a home run. Now, Backman against right-handers has a roll of a 1. So only on a 1 he hits this out. He does not. Now we check the range play. So it's hit to right. The ball is hit to right field, and the ball is hit to Evans. His range is a 4. If he makes the play, it's an out. If he doesn't, this is going to be a double. And he does make the catch. So Backman hits it high, deep, but not gone enough as Evans runs it down and makes the catch. And that is a fly out to right. That's 2 outs. And here's the first baseman, Keith Hernandez. 3-3 from Clemens. That's another range play. 3 straight range plays. Hernandez gets the swing, 6-3. That's a fly ball to right again. Evans has got a range of a 4. He will make that play with no trouble at all on a 1. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. No score at the end of 1 here in the Game 6 of the 86 World Series. We go to the top of inning number 2. Here is the left fielder, Jim Rice. Pitch from Ojeda, 5-6. That's a strikeout chance. 15 is too high. Rice gets the swing, 6-5, and he grounds it to second base. Ground out to second. And the next batter is the right fielder, Dwight Evans. Bears then says his favorite season is 1977. 1970s are second. I think 77 is an awesome season. I know I can't stand the Yankees, but the 77 and 78 Yankees are my favorite Yankees teams. Pitch from Ojeda, 5-5. That's a walk. And 17 will be good. Evans will trot down to first. Ojeda walks Evans. That will bring up the catcher, Rich Gedman. Infield goes to halfway. See, there's a Strat. Strat says a 7. There is no play. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Shea Stadium. Ojeda with the pitch, 1-3. Strikeout chance. 6 gets Gedman. And that is strikeout number 3 for Ojeda. That will bring up the center fielder, Dave Henderson. In the inside pitch set, Henderson is in the Seattle uniform. He was mostly with the Mariners that year. That's why inside pitch has Henderson and Spike Owen wearing Seattle Mariner colors. 2 outs. The infield is normal. And that is a 5. There's no play on the Strat. Ojeda pitches 1-6 against a righty. That's a walk chance, and the 6 is good. And he will walk Henderson to go to first. And Evans goes to second. So the Red Sox got something going on here. Here is the shortstop for the Red Sox, Spike Owen, also wearing Mariners uniforms. When do your Reds play the finale? Phil, I told you yesterday they played that game yesterday. I played that yesterday. Check my channel. It's up. It is up, my friend. 2 outs. Anything on a Strat roll. That is a 6, no play. Ojeda will pitch. 4-2. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 6-5. And that's going to be a possible home run to the pull side. Spike Owen against the lefty has a 2, and that is a 1. It is gone. on. Spike Owen hits a shot off of Bobby Ojeda. It is high, deep, and it is out of here. Holy cow, Spike Owen hits a home run. 3-run jack. 6-5 home run to the pull side. And again, with a lefty on the mound, Owen is a 2. And that is a 1, and he hits a 3-run bomb. How about that? Spike Owen gets a big home run off of Ojeda. And just like that, 3-0 Red Sox. As Shea Stadium groans, as well as Section 518. Wow, what a hit. Just cleared the fence, too. That was hit to the pull side, so that means that ball and Spike Owen hit from the switch hitter, so he was hitting from the right side, and he put that over the left field fence. Next batter is the pitcher, Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens actually batted about 175 in the 170 region of his hitting career, but he did not have any stats, of course, in 86. So I brought him down a level, and he'll use pitcher hitting card number 3, which is designed for pitchers that hit between 101 and 150. Clemens did hit a few doubles in his career, so that is available as well. Here's the pitch from Ojeda. That's a 4-1. That's a home run check. That's not going to work. Even though Clemens is hitting from the right side, that would be a 1-2, but Clemens has no home runs. So that's an automatic blank. A 2-1 for Clemens, and he flies out to left, and that will end the inning. 3 runs on 1 hit for Boston. A 3-run jack by Owen. 3-0 Red Sox. Just goes to show you cannot take anybody for granted. Here is the catcher for the Mets, Gary Carter. Spike F and Owen. Yeah, right. Pitch from Clemens. That's a 1-2 against a righty. It's a blank. Carter gets to swing 3-4. It's a fly out to left. One out. Here is the right fielder, Darryl Strawberry. Clemens will pitch 6-2 against the lefty. That's a blank. Strawberry swings 2-1. It's a line drive right to Owen at short. He makes the catch. Out number 2. Here's the third baseman, Ray Knight. Mr. Moley, 55, joins us here at Shea Stadium. Pitch from Clemens, 6-6, error on a throw. Ray Knight, 4-4. That's a single into center field. That will be a regular base hit. Throwing errors on a fielder and the outfielder are called off if there's only runner advancement, and there isn't. So Ray Knight just gets a single. There's no error. First base hit off of Clemens, and here is the left fielder, Mookie Wilson. Strat roll says an 18. There's no play. Clemens will pitch, and that is a 1-5 hit by pitch, too high. Wilson does get to swing. That's a 4-4, and it's a line drive right to Owen, and he'll make the catch and end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Mets. Still 3-0 in favor of the Red Sox. From the UK. I love the UK. I am a big-time Doctor Who fan. Wade Boggs will lead off here in the top of the third. Red Sox up 3-0 on a homer by Owen. 3-run home run. Pitch from Ojeda. 3-2. That's a wild pitch, ball 1. Ojeda again, 2-6 against the lefty. Strikeout plus 10. That 17 is going to be too high. Boggs avoids the strikeout. He will swing 2-5, and he singles past second base. That's a base hit for Boggs. Here's Marty Barrett, who was going to get the MVP. Marty Barrett was going to get the MVP of the game. Was going to get the series MVP in at the end of the '86 World Series. He was going to get it, and he was going to get the series. It's funny, he was going to get the MVP. Boggs on it first, and that's a 5. There's no play on Strat. Ojeda will pitch 3-1. That's a walk. The 20 is he got him. Barrett goes. Barrett against the lefty 18. +2 from walks from Shea Stadium is a 20. That's a 20, and Barrett will go to first. And the Red Sox are in business. Here's Bill Buckner, as looks like the Red Sox are going to try to get some revenge for that loss. Rolling a Strat. That is a 16. There is no play. Ojeda will pitch 6-4. That's a range play at Shea Stadium. Range play at the park 1-3. That's a star 1, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Santana. His range is a 5. The infield is halfway, so it's a 4. He's got it. Now we see we get the double play. Buckner 2. Nothing from Ojeda. +1 is 3. Backman actually subtracts 1. So it's a 1-2. They turn the double play, and they do not. So Boggs does make it to third. Barrett with a base running rating of 3, but with the infield halfway becomes a 2, and that 3 beats Barrett. So Barrett is out. Buckner is safe at first. There is 1 out on the fielder's choice. Runners at the corners with 1 out now. Here is Jim Rice. The Mets will still play for the double play, so they'll keep the infield halfway. Rolling on a Strat. Strat says a 16, no play. Ojeda will pitch, and that was Dice will re-roll. And that is a 5-5 from Ojeda. That's a walk chance. The 2 is good. And a walk to Rice. And now the bases are loaded. Dang it. Bases are loaded for Dewey Evans. Infield is still going to be halfway. Red Sox leading 3-0 on the Mets here. Doesn't look too good already. And we'll see if there's a Strat roll. That is a 7, no play. Ojeda will pitch. That's a 5-2. Error on a grounder. Dwight Evans swings 2-5. That is a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Backman. His error rating is an 8. That is an 11, so there's no error. Now they try for 2. Evans, double play rating 2. Nothing from Ojeda. 1 from the infield halfway is 3. Santana has no addition, so a 1-3 they get out of the inning. It's a 4, they do not. So Boggs will come in to score. Boggs will score. Buckner goes to third. Rice is out at second. They can't turn the double play, so Dwight Evans beats the throw to first. And the Red Sox now lead it 4-0 as they couldn't turn it. But there are 2 outs. Here's Rich Gedman. Looks like the Mets are going to have to make a comeback in this game also. Ojeda Strat roll coming up. That is a 2. Evans is not going to steal. Here's the pitch from Ojeda. And that's a 5-1. And that is a strikeout +10. And that will get Gedman. Gedman is a 9. +10 is a 19. That's an 18. And he does get Gedman on strikes. 4th strikeout for Ojeda. But the Red Sox get another run. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 walks, and a fielder's choice. 4-0 in favor of the Bo Sox. Over here it is said you can date someone by asking them to name their favorite Doctor Who. That would be Tom Baker, and my favorite story from him, and my favorite overall story from Doctor Who, and not only his and my also favorite overall is Genesis of the Daleks. That's my favorite Tom Baker story and my favorite overall Doctor Who story. I do like all the Doctors, and yes, I do like Jodie Whittaker. Although the story writing is not that great, but I do like her. Bottom of the third inning, 4-0 Bo Sox. Roger Clemens is a 4-run lead. Pitch from Clemens against Rafael Santana, the shortstop, who will lead it off, 4-6. That's a double question mark. That 15 is going to be too high for either side, so it's a blank. Santana gets the swing, 6-5, and he singles into right field for a base hit. Santana gets a leadoff hit for the Mets. That brings up the pitcher, Bobby Ojeda. And I will let him hit, even though the Mets are down 4-0. That is correct. 69. You are correct. 1969. Let's see. Infield will be halfway. Strat roll says a 10. Does Ojeda bunt with that? His bunt rating is a 3, and the answer is no. Ojeda's going to take a swing at it. Ojeda batted 113 as a pitcher. Here's the pitch from Clemens, 4-5. That's an automatic out. And that's a 3, and it's going to be a fly out to right. Out number 1. Ojeda will go back to the bench. And here's Dykstra. Strat roll says a 5. No play. Clemens will pitch. 1-4. That's a strikeout chance on Dykes. Strikeout chance, a 9. And that a 9 is too high. Dykstra has a 6 against righties, +1 is a 7. Dykstra does get to swing, 4-4, and it's a single into left field for a base hit. Santana's base running rating is a 3. In order to get to third base, you subtract 2, it's a 1. The left fielder is Rice, so the only way Santana gets to third is on a 1. And he does not, he will hold it second. Base hit for Dykstra. Runners at first and second. Mets are now in business. Here's Backman. Infield is halfway. Strat roll says a 15. There's no play. Clemens will pitch. 6-1. Strikeout +10. And yes, he gets Backman. Out number 2. And that is only the first strikeout for Clemens in this game. 2 outs. And now a chance for Keith Hernandez. Strat roll says a 4. No play. Clemens will pitch. 4-6. Double question mark. 20 is too high on both of them. On both of them down here. So Hernandez gets the swing. That's a 5-1. And he singles past shortstop for a base hit for Hernandez. Santana's base running rating is a 3. With 2 outs becomes a 4. And it needs to be a 3 in order for him to score, and he will. Santana will score without a throw. Dykstra's base running rating is a 4. +1 is a 5. In order to get to third base on a single 6, needs to be a 5, and he will make it. Dykstra gets to third, Hernandez to first, and the Mets are on the scoreboard 4-1. RBI single by Hernandez. Next batter is Gary Carter. Runners at first and third. Mets on the board now. Rolling the Strat. Strat rolls as a 3. No play. Carter will go ahead and hit. Pitch from Clemens. 1-6. Strikeout +10. That's good. Carter goes down on strikes and the inning ends there. Second strikeout for Clemens. 1 run on 3 hits for the Mets. It's now 4-1 at the end of 3. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Henderson. Pitch from Ojeda. 3-3. That's a strikeout chance. The 14 is too high. Henderson will swing. That's a 3-3, and it's a ground out to second base. Out number 1. And here comes Spike Owen. And he gets some boos here from the Mets. CP Cards and Dice TV joins us here at Shea Stadium. Ojeda will pitch to Owen. Owen with a 3-run home run his last time up. 4-1 for the Red Sox here in this game, in this replay of Game 6 of the World Series. Ojeda with the pitch, 1-4 against a righty. That's a blank. Owen will swing 6-1, and that's a fly ball to right field. That's out number 2. And that will bring up Roger Clemens, user pitching hitting card number 3. Ojeda will pitch 4-1. That's a home run check, but Clemens has no home run ability. That's an automatic blank. So Clemens will swing 6-4, and that's a ground out to third, and the inning will end there. 1-2-3 for Ojeda as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 4-1 in favor of the BOS Sox. The Straw will lead off against Clemens. Roger Clemens with the pitch. 3-1, range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 6-2. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Buckner. His range is a 3. Can't make the play. Is that a single or a double? That's a single. Strawberry is on first. Base hit for Strawberry. That was a tough play for Buckner. His range is a 3. That would have been a tough play there. And the Mets get the leadoff base runner. Here is Ray Knight. Rolling for Strat. A 19. No play. Infield halfway. Clemens with the pitch. 6-6. Error on a throw. Ray Knight will swing. 1-3. That's a single. That's a single past shortstop. That's right. Actually, that's an infield single since it's an error on a throw. So an infield single to short. The ball is hit to Owen. His error rating is a 6. That's a 4, and that's going to be an error on Spike Owen. That's an error on Owen, which means the base runners will move 2 bases automatically. So Strawberry goes to third and Knight goes to second. So it's an infield single. Owen tried to make a play at first base anyway and winds up, tries to make a play, and it's an error, and the runner's at second and third and nobody out. So that is a base hit and an E6. On a throwing error. And the Mets are in business with runners at second and third. That's the first error on the Red Sox. Infield goes to normal. Here is Mookie Wilson. They're going to pitch to Wilson. You don't put the tying run on base, even though Santana's the next batter. Nobody out. I will roll a Strat. Strat roll says a 13, no play. Clemens will pitch, and that's Sua Dice. I'll re-roll. Clemens with the pitch. 6-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. Wilson swings 3-3 against a righty. Double to left field. Mookie Wilson smacks a double off of Clemens. Strawberry comes in to score. Knight comes in to score. Wilson to second. It's 4-3. After further review with Steve Tower joins us here at Shea Stadium as he just witnessed Mookie Wilson getting a 2 RBI double. The Mets are back in the game. Oh, Spike Owen gets a big 3-run home run in the second inning, commits a big error, and now it's 4-3. As I know, Steve Tower is definitely rooting for his Bo Sox. I understand that. Here's Rafael Santana. Santana's 1 for 1. They're going to go talk to Clemens on the mound. God damn. Clemens will pitch to Santana. Still nobody out. Actually, I will roll Strat first. Strat says in 18, Santana has a bunt ability. Do I want to bunt Wilson over to third? Bunt is available. 218 average. Yeah, Santana's going to lay down the bunt. His bunt rating is a 4. The infield's going to be normal. I don't know if the Red Sox would call corners in on this kind of thing. So I'm going to say the infield is normal. We'll roll for the bunt. Clemens 1-3, strikeout chance. That's halved. So a strikeout plus 10 for against Santana against the righties of 5 plus 10 is 15. You add 1 is 16. And that's going to be a strikeout because then you divide it by 2 on a bunt attempt. It's an 8. That's a 4, and Santana strikes out. Strikeout number 3 on Santana. For Clemens, and that's 1 out. Santana strikes out, attempting to bunt. Next batter is Bobby Ojeda, but he's going to come out, and the Mets are going to go to the bench. Let's see who the Mets are going to go with against Clemens. Tying run at second base. Coming on to pinch hit for the Mets will be Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell has the most at bats, and he will come most at bats on the bench, and he will pinch it against Clemens. Kevin Mitchell now batting with Clemens on the mound. Wilson at second. 4-3 Red Sox. I will roll a strat. Strat says a 7, no play. Because Wilson's attempt is a 6, minus 1 is a 5. Divided by 2 becomes 2.5. No hit and run with runner on second base anyway. Clemens will pitch. 5-1 against a righty. That's a straight home run check. Kevin Mitchell, a 13 against righties. That's a 6. Kablooey! That ball is high. That ball is deep. Pinch hit home run for Kevin Mitchell. Mets take the lead 5-4. Are you kidding me? Roger Clemens against the righties, a straight home run check. Mitchell against righters is a 13. No adjustment from Shea Stadium. That's a 6. Mitchell pinch hit home run off the bench. Shea Stadium and Section 518 cheer. Yay! Steve Tower groans. Ugh. 5-4 Mets in the bottom of the 4th inning and only 1 out. And here's Dykstra. Oh, what a call by Davey Johnson to bring in Kevin Mitchell on Clemens. We'll see how long they go with Clemens. There's still 1 out. Dykstra the batter. Red Sox are out to a 4-0 lead. The Mets just scored 5 runs in the last 2 innings. Here's the pitch from Clemens. And that's a 5-4. That's a strikeout plus 10. And the 13 will get Dykstra. That's out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for the Rocket. And the batter now is Backman. Pitch from Clemens. 6-4. That's an error on a grounder. Backman swings 6-1, and that is a single into past a second baseman for a base. It's past second base. Barrett, his error rating is a 4. That's a 15. There's no error, so Backman's safe at first. The inning will continue with Keith Hernandez coming up in 2 outs. As Steve Tower says, the curse is in effect. Backman on at first. Hernandez at the plate. 2 outs. I will roll Strat. That's a 7. No play. Clemens will pitch from the Rocket. 1-4. That's a strikeout chance. 16 too high. Hernandez gets the swing. 6-4. Single into right field. Base hit by Hernandez. Wally Backman's base running rating is a 4. Plus 1 is a 5 with 2 outs. A single to right, you add 2, which is a 7 to get to third. The right fielder is Evans. He subtracts 1. It's a 6. There's no throw. Backman automatically goes to third. And now the batter is Gary Carter. Carter's 0 for 2. I don't think it doesn't matter who you really have up there. Roger Clemens will keep him out there. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. Clemens will pitch to Carter. I will roll a Strat. Strat rolls as a 9. There's no play. Clemens with the pitch. 6-4. Another error on a grounder roll. Carter swings. 1-2. Single into right field for Carter. It's a base hit. The roll is hit to right. Evans' error rating is a 4. That's a 10. There's no error. Backman will come in to score. Hernandez's base running rating is a 2. Plus 1 is a 3. Single to right field is you add 2 is a 5. Evans is -1. A 1-4. Hernandez will get the third. That is a 3, and he does. Carter gets a big base hit, 6-4 Mets. Runners at first and third, yes. That's going to have to be it for Clemens. The batter will be Darryl Strawberry. Clemens will come out. Red Sox will go to the pen. And let's see who's available. You need 1 out. Darryl Strawberry's the batter. He does not hit lefties very well. So I think if you're the Red Sox, you bring in a left-handed pitcher. To try to get 1 out. And they're going to go with Joe Sambito. Red Sox will bring out Joe Sambito to pitch to Strawberry. 2-0, 12 saves, a 4.84 ERA. His job is just to get Strawberry pretty much out. The Mets have put 5 runs here. Have put 5 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 outs. Runners at first and third. I'll roll a strat roll. Strat roll says a 4. No play. Sambito will pitch to Strawberry. It's a 1-1 strikeout chance. 11 gets him. He strikes out Strawberry, and the inning over there. The Mets bat around in this inning. They get 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 1 error and 1 error. At the end of 4, Mets are now leading 6-4 in this Game 6 of the World Series. But now, can the Mets hold it? Yes, Steve, I had a feeling you were going to choose Sambito. You're 100% right. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Wade Boggs leads off for the Red Sox. The Mets will probably bring out a lefty. They're going to save Orozco, and they're going to go with Randy Neiman. 2-3, 3.79 ERA. Randy Neiman will come out for the Mets. They're going to save Orozco for later. 6-4, top of the 5th. Lots of baseball left to play. Geez, this Game 6 World Series may be even better than the actual Game 6 World Series. Boggs is 1 for 2. Pitch from Neiman. 4-5. Strikeout chance. 9 is too high. Boggs gets to swing. 5-6. Ground ball back to Neiman. He throws to first, out number 1. Next batter is Marty Barrett. Pitch from Neiman. 4-5. Strikeout chance. 5 is too high. Barrett gets to swing. 4-5. And that's a fly ball to left field. Out number 2. Dang it. And here's Bill Buckner. Neiman will pitch to Buckner. And that's a 1-4. That's a range play. Buckner swings. 3-4 against a lefty. That's a ground ball to Neiman. Neiman's range is a 2. He's got it. Neiman makes a great play on the mound. He throws to first, and the inning is over. Oh, and you got it. Needed a 2, and he got it. What a play. And that's a ground ball to the pitcher, and the side is retired. That is exactly what you wanted if you're the Mets. You don't give the Red Sox any runs in the next inning. 1-2-3 by Neiman. It's still 6-4 as we're halfway through the game. This is the Buckner game, yeah, if you want to call it that. If you want to call it the Buckner game, that's fine. I call it the Mookie 86 game. Like to remind you that tonight on Payoff Pitch 85, we've got the San Diego Padres taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. A good matchup there. And as we get closer to the All-Star break in my Payoff Pitch 85 season, tomorrow on Inside Pitch, there is no Inside Pitch does not have the 1987 season. It's a shame. So we go to the 1988 season. I've already chosen the 88 game that I want to play, and that's going to be the Kirk Gibson game, Game 1 of the 88 World Series between the A's and the Dodgers. So tomorrow will be Game 1 of the 88 World Series for Inside Pitch seasons. They don't have 87, so we move to 88. New pitcher coming out for the Red Sox. You got 2 righties and a switch hitter coming up. I'll be honest. Red Sox bullpen wasn't really that good. I hate to say this, Steve. Red Sox bullpen in 86 was meh. I'm going to go with Steve Crawford. Yeah, I know that's right there, Steve. I'm going to go with Steve Crawford for Boston. 0-2, 4 saves, a 3.92 ERA. He will pitch tonight in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch from Crawford, and that is a 3-1. And against a righty, strikeout plus 10. And that is an 8 plus 8 is 8 plus 10 is 18. But a 1 from Shea Stadium makes it a 19. That 19's good enough. Knight is out. Struck him out. Crawford gets a big strikeout there. Here's Mookie Wilson. Crawford will pitch to Wilson. And that's a 6-3. That's an error. Possible error. Wilson swings 6-6. It's a ground ball to second base. Barrett's error rating is a 4. That's a 13. Not a problem for Marty Barrett. He throws to first, out number 2. Here's Rafael Santana. Santana 1 for 2. Pitch from Crawford. 1-5 at the park. Shea Stadium 3-4. That's a blank. We got a rare play. Rare play, bases empty. And that is a 4-3. Stinging line drive to the pitcher. Resolved like a L1 range play. So Steve Crawford's range is a 2. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. If pitcher fails to make the play, the ball hits his leg for a single check pitcher for injury. So Santana does get the base hit. That's his second hit of the game off of Crawford. I will check to see if he's injured. And his injury rating is a 6. That's not going to be good. He's going to be out for the game automatically, I think. Yeah, he's out for the game. He's out for the game. On an injury rating of 6, it's game plus 1d6. So he hits Crawford in the leg. He says, ouch, I'm done, and he's gone. So Crawford goes out of the game with injury. Santana safe at first. We will see a new pitcher for the Red Sox. The Mets will bring on a pinch hitter for Neiman, as he's done now. Coming on to pitch for the Mets. To bat for the Mets will be Tim Tuffle. Tim Tuffle will pinch hit for Neiman. And they're going to bring a right-hander to deal with it. With 2 outs, I think they could just go straight regular right-hander. And they're going to go. They're going to go with when does the pitcher bat? 6 innings. They're going to go with Sammy Stewart for the Red Sox. Sammy Stewart will pitch against Tim Tuffle. 4-1, 4.38 ERA. There are 2 outs. Rolling a strat die. That is a 14. There's no play. 2 outs, infield normal. Sammy Stewart will pitch. 4-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Tuffle will swing. 5-1. Line drive right to Owen. He makes the catch. No runs for the Mets. They do get a hit at the end of 5. 6-4 Mets. I totally agree with you guys. Yes, for Bill Buckner. He was a great player and a hitter. I don't know if you put him in the Hall of Fame, but in the Hall of the Very Good, I have no problem putting him in there. He definitely belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. There's no doubt in my mind. Hall of Fame is borderline, but Hall of Very Good, yes. It's a shame at the 86 World Series ruined his reputation. Jim Rice leads off for the Red Sox in the top of the 6th. There are 2 righties and a lefty coming up, and the Mets are going to still keep. The Mets are going to go with Rick Anderson, 2-1, 1 save, a 2.72 ERA. Rick Anderson will pitch against Jim Rice. We're in the 6th inning. They're not going with McDowell or Orozco yet. Anderson's pitch to Rice. That's a 1-2. Against the righty, it's a blank. Rice gets the swing. 4-3. And against a right-hander, that's a fly ball to right field, out number 1. Here's Dewey Evans. Anderson will pitch. And that's a 5-4. Against a right-hander, that's a blank. Evans gets the swing. 6-1. Fly ball to left field. That's caught by Wilson. Out number 2. The next batter is Rich Gedman. Gedman struck out twice. Anderson will pitch to Gedman. That's a 4-6. Against the lefty, that's a home run check. Against a right-hander, it's an 11. That's a 9, and Gedman just slapped it right out of the park. Home run, Rich Gedman for the Red Sox. And it's now a 1-run game. Solo home run by Getty. Straight home run check. On a 4-6 against the lefty, that's an 11, and it's good. It's 6-5. Getty hits a home run. The batter now for the Red Sox is Dave Henderson. And yes, he is wearing a Seattle Mariners uniform. Inside pitch has the Henderson and Owen on the Mariners, which of course they were on that team for more than the Red Sox were. 6-5 now. Anderson gives up a big home run. Pitch from Anderson, 2-6. That's a blank. Henderson will swing, 2-2. That's a ground ball back to Anderson. He will throw to first and end the inning. 1 run for the Red Sox on a hit. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 6-5. Timeout as I check the Red Sox roster and see what I want to do here for them. Two lefties and a switch coming up. The Red Sox have the pitcher batting second in the top of the 7th inning. Red Sox lefties are not that good. And you don't want to bring in, and I don't want to bring in Schiraldi yet for the Red Sox. Do I let Sammy Stewart? Steve Tower, if you're with me, do you want me to change pitchers with Sammy Stewart? Let him pitch to 2 lefties and a switch? I'll let you make the call. The Red Sox are your team. I don't know what to do here. I would probably bring in Tim Lawler, but his ERA is 6.91. He's a lefty. And this is only the bottom of the 6th, and the pitcher's due to bat second. So what do you think I should do, Steve? Change Stewart or leave him in there and let him pitch to Dykstra, Backman, or Hernandez? If you're still with me, I'll let you make the choice. Stay with Stewart. Okay. Sammy Stewart is still pitch with not a problem. He can pitch to 11 batters before being tired. So Dykstra will bat against Stewart. Bottom of the 6th inning, 6-5 Mets. The actual score of the game. Stewart will pitch 6-2. Strikeout plus 10 against a right-hander. That 13 is good. He struck out Dykstra. Out number 1. Next batter is Backman. Stewart with the pitch, 3-6. That's a walk chance. The 13 is too high. Backman gets the swing. That's a 5-2, and it's a fly out to center field. 2 down. And here's Keith Hernandez. Yes, John McNamara did pass away this year. That is correct. Stewart will pitch to Hernandez. Hernandez is 2 for 3. Stewart with the pitch. 4-4. Walk chance. 7 is good. Hernandez trots down to first on a walk. Third time Hernandez has been on base. The batter now is Carter, the kid, who should be wearing a Mets cap in Hall of Fame, not the Expos. And I don't care if he had more years the Expos. Carter wanted to be a Met going in. 2 outs. Am I rolling Strat? Yes, I am. Strat says an 8, no play. Stewart will pitch. And that is a 4-1. Error on a grounder. Carter will swing. 3-5. It's a ground ball to first. Oh, boy. Buckner's error rating is a 3. That's a 5, and this time it doesn't get by Buckner. Buckner will make the play, and he'll throw to Stewart covering the bag, and the inning is over. How about that? An error chance for Buckner, and he got it. Oh, they're barely with a 5. His error rating is a 3 in this game. And the inning is over. So in this game, I cannot say it gets through Buckner. I can't say that today. As Buckner makes the play this time. Although about 34 years too late. At the end of 6, still 6-5 Mets. We go to the top of the 7th. Spike Owen leads off against the Mets. Owen is 1 for 2. He hit a 3-run home run in the second inning. Yes, you heard me. Owen hit a home run on a 2, and he got it. The roll on the die was a 1. 7th inning. Do I let Anderson pitch? To Spike Owen, yes. Yes, I guess I'll do it against Spike Owen. He has no home run chances against the righty. Owen will bat. Anderson will pitch to Owen. And that's a 4-1. That's a walk chance. The 11 is, it's good. Owen gets the walk. His walk rating against the right is a 9, plus 2 from Shea Stadium. The 11's good. He walked Owen. Owen gets on base, and we'll see a pinch hitter for Stewart. Have to go by the most at-bats. And that is going to be Don Baylor. Baylor was the designated hitter for the Red Sox. He has the most at-bats. It's in the 7th inning. I got to go with that. So Don Baylor will go up against Rick Anderson. And now we'll see we may see a new pitcher, and yes, we will. Anderson coming out. Now the Mets will go with Orozco. Jesse Orozco coming off for the Mets. 8-6, 21 saves, 2.33 ERA. Tying run is on base. Baylor is the batter. Infield is halfway. We are rolling a strat. That's a 12. There's no play. Orozco will pitch. And that's a 6-4. And against a righty, that's an automatic out. And that is a 5. And it's a ground ball to short. Baylor's double play rating is 2. Nothing for Orozco. Halfway, plus 1 is 3. Backman subtracts 1. So a 1-2, they get the double play, and they don't. Owen is thrown out at second. Baylor beats the throw. That's out number 1. Fielder's choice. Next batter is Boggs. Infield still halfway. Captain Carl 8 joins us here at Shea Stadium for this rematch of the Game 6 of the '86 World Series. Rolling a strat. That's an 18. Boggs is not bunting. Boggs is going to hit with a 357 average. Orozco will pitch. That's a 2-6. Strikeout chance, 15 too high. Boggs swings, 5-1. Ground ball right back to Orozco. Again, a double play chance. 2-0. 1 is a 3. The ball is hit to Orozco. Boggs is hitting from the left side, so the shortstop is the pivot man, and that is Santana. He has no extra adjustment. A 1-3, they turn it. They do not. Orozco throws to second. They get Baylor. Boggs is safe at first. 2 outs. The inning continues. Mets can't turn the double play. The batter now is Barrett. 2 outs now. Boggs on at first. I'm still rolling a strat. That's a 7. No play. Orozco with the pitch. 3-6. Strikeout chance. 4 is too high. Barrett's a 2. +1 is a 3. That's a 4. Barrett gets the swing. 5-4. It's a ground ball to second base. Beckman's got it. Throws to first. Inning over. Wow. Nothing for the Red Sox. Half 7th inning stretch, still 6-5 Mets. Orozco gets out of it. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Darryl Strawberry leading off for the Mets. You got a left, right, and a switch. Who are the Red Sox going to bring on to pitch? I hate to do this to you, Steve, but it's going to be Bob Stanley. 6-6, 16 saves, 4.37 ERA. Bob Stanley will pitch to Darryl Strawberry. Bottom of the 7th inning. Strawberry is 1 for 3. Stanley with the pitch. 1-1. Strikeout chance. 10 is good. Strawberry goes down on strikes. Big strikeout for Stanley. And here's Ray Knight. Pitch from Stanley, 3-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. Knight will swing, 1-2 against a right-hander. That's a fly out to center. That's out number 2. Now the batter is Mookie Wilson. Does this look familiar? Stanley pitching to Wilson. Pitch from Stanley. 2-2 against the switch hitter. That's a blank. He's batting from the left side. Wilson swings. 2-2. It's a ground ball to second base. Throw goes to first. A 1-2-3 inning for Stanley. At the end of 7, still 6-5 Mets. In this rematch of the 86 World Series Game 6. We go to the top of the 8th. Let's see here. Jesse Orozco can pitch to 3 more batters before getting tired. Bill Buckner will lead off against Orozco. Orozco will pitch to him. Top of the 8th inning, 6-5. Pitch from Orozco, 4-2. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 2-4. That's a single, possible double to left field. The ball is hit to Wilson. His range is a 5. He's got it. Makes the play out there. Out number one. What a great catch by Wilson. And that just goes as a fly out to left on a range play at the park. One out. Here's Jim Rice. Orozco's going to come out. He will not pitch to Rice. Mets are going to go to the pen. And they're going to bring out Doug Sisk, who I really don't like, but I need the right on right. Doug Sisk will pitch to Jim Rice. McDowell being saved for the ninth. Sisk is 4-2, one save, a 3.06 ERA. Not really bad. That's not a bad ERA for a bullpen pitcher. 3.06 isn't bad. See you later, Steve Tower. If there's a Boston Miracle, you'll check it on my replay. Doug Sisk will pitch to Rice. And that's a 1-3. That's a blank. Rice gets the swing. 2-2. It's a ball hit to center field against a right-hander. That is a 9, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Rice hits a ball hit into center, and the Red Sox have the tying run aboard. And here's Dwight Evans. Infield goes to halfway. And my rolling strat, 6, no play. Sisk will pitch to Evans. Pitch from Sisk, 6-6, that's at the park. Shea Stadium, 2-5. That's a ground ball to short. Evans' double play rating's a 2. Sisk -1, but with the infield halfway is 2. But Backman has a -1, so they only turn the double play on a 1. It's a 5. They do not. Rice is out at second. Evans goes to first, and that's the second out. Two outs. Evans on at first. And the batter is Rich Gedman. Doug Sisk is going to pitch to Gedman. Gedman actually hits righties a little bit weaker. Runner on first base, 2 outs. Infield is now normal. Sisk will pitch to Gedman. Gedman does have a home run in this game. Gedman 1 for 3. Rolling a strat. That's a 16. There's no play. Sisk will pitch. Sisk will pitch. Here it comes. Pitch from Sisk, 3-1. That's a blank. Gedman gets the swing. 1-5. Ground ball to first base. Hernandez has got it. He'll take it himself, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit for the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-5 Mets. Rafael Santana leads off. Bob Stanley coming out for the Red Sox. And coming on to pitch for Boston will be Calvin Schiraldi. 4-2, 9 saves, a 1.41 ERA. Schiraldi's job is simple. Keep it a 1-run game to get to the 9th. Rafael Santana will bat against Schiraldi. At least I think he will. Let me take a look at the lineups here. See if I want to do something with the Mets. This is the bottom of the 8th inning. Would have to be the most at bats. They're going to keep Santana there. They're going to let him bat. Not because of his hitting, but because they want to keep the 5-sit, the range at short. Schiraldi will pitch to Santana. That's a 2-2. That is a double question mark against a righty. A 1-14 would be a single. That's a 6. Santana gets a base hit. Base hit for Santana. That's his third hit of the game. He's 3 for 4. We'll see a pinch hitter for Sisk as the Mets are looking for insurance. And it's going to be Howard Johnson. Johnson at bats 228 bats. He will bat against Schiraldi as a switch hitter. Santana on at first. Infield halfway, rolling a strat. Says a 19. Wow, do I bunt with Johnson? Do I bunt with Johnson? I'm going to call the bunt for Howard Johnson. His bunt rating is a 4. I'm going to call the bunt. And I don't know if the Red Sox will have the infield. The infield is halfway, so I'm going to call the bunt. So Johnson's going to try to bunt Santana over to second. Pitch from Schiraldi is a 2-2. That's a double question mark, but that's ignored on a bunt attempt. So we roll. And that is a 1 with a 5. And that is bunted. That is bunted back to the pitcher, and that is a 5. Howard Johnson's bunt attempt is a 4. The pitcher's automatically in, becomes a 3, but that's going to be a good bunt. Santana will go to second, and Johnson is out at first. Out number 1. As the sacrifice works. And the batter now is Dykstra. Infield goes to normal. Santana on at second. Schiraldi pitching to Dykstra. Mets looking for insurance. Roger McDowell getting ready in the bullpen. Let's roll a strat roll. That's a 9. No play. Schiraldi will pitch. That's a 3-2. That's a range play. Dykstra gets the swing. 1-2. A single to Buckner. His range is a 3. Does he turn it into an out? No, he does not. Now I can say it gets through Buckner. That's a base hit for Dykstra. Is it a single or that's a single? It's automatically a single. So Santana's base running rating is a 3. Needs to be a 4 to get to home, and it's not. So he has to hold at third base. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Big chance for the Mets with 1 out. The infield goes halfway. Here is Wally Backman. He will bat. Actually, the Red Sox are going to call the infield in. They cannot allow Santana to score. The infield is in for the Red Sox. Rolling a strat roll. And that is a 14. There is no play. Schiraldi will pitch to Backman. And that is a 3-3. That's a walk chance. The 17 is too high. Backman gets the swing. 2-1. It's a ground ball to short. Santana's base running rating is a 3. With 1 out, I'm going to send him. A ground ball to short. The throw's going to come home. On a 1, Santana is out. I'm sorry. Santana scores on a 1. No, he is thrown out at the plate. 2 outs. Runners advance. The infield in works and prevents the run from scoring. Still 6-5. The batter now is Keith Hernandez. Backman is safe at first. Good call by the Red Sox. And now it's up to Hernandez. The infield is normal. Strat roll says a 14. No play. Schiraldi will pitch to Hernandez. Hernandez is 2 for 3 in this game. That's a 2-6 for Schiraldi. Strikeout plus 10. That's a 17. Becomes a 17 plus 1 is an 18. That's a 9. He struck out Hernandez. And the inning is over. The Mets can't get the insurance run. No runs, 2 hits. Does that throw at the plate make the big difference? 6-5, top of the 9th coming up. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th coming up. Dave Henderson leads off for the Red Sox. Roger McDowell is the pitcher. 14-9, 22 saves, 3.02 ERA. It's going to be up to Roger McDowell to close the game out and win this game 6. Of course, if the Reds come back and win, they change history and win the World Series. Dave Henderson will bat against McDowell. 265 average, although I will check the bench. Henderson's in center field. 9th inning, so I can go with any player I want. Henderson's going to come back. Henderson's going to come back, and coming on to bat for the Red Sox will be Pat Dodson. Dodson hit .417 in 1986. Of course, he only had 12 at-bats. So it's going to be up to Roger McDowell to try to get Dodson out, as I got to give the Red Sox their chance. McDowell will pitch to Dodson. Pitch from McDowell. 2-2, strikeout chance. 17 is too high. Dodson gets the swing. 1-5, and he flies out to right field. Out number 1. All those hit column rolls, including a homer, and he gets the fly out to right. 1 out. Taking over at center field for the Red Sox will be Tony Armas. He'll take over at center field for Henderson. 1 man out. Spike Owen is the batter now. He batted .231. He's going to come back. And it's going to be Mike Greenwell coming up for the Red Sox. He had a .314 average in 86, only 35 at-bats. Taking over at shortstop, in case this game goes any further, will be Glenn Hoffman. Roger McDowell will pitch to Greenwell with 1 out. Pitch from McDowell. That's a 1-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Greenwell gets the swing. 4-6. That's a base hit past short. It's a base hit. It's a single. Greenwell gets the first. Tying run is on. Now we'll see a pinch hitter for the pitcher, as Schiraldi is done. And it's going to be Dave Sachs. Sachs at a .455 ERA. I'm sorry, batting average. Dave Sachs will go up against Roger McDowell with a .455 batting average. 1 out. The infield is halfway. Looking for 2. Roger McDowell will pitch. Am I rolling a strat? Yes, actually, I am rolling strat. That's a 4. No play. McDowell with the pitch. 5-6. That's at the park. Shea Stadium. 1-6. Ground ball to second base. Sachs has no double play rating, nothing for McDowell, and all they get is a 1. All they get is a 1. Santana has a 0. So on a 1, this game is over. They do not get it. They get Greenwell at second. Sachs makes first. That's 2 outs. And now the batter is Wade Boggs. And believe it or not, having the pitch go to the ballpark was a big difference here in Sachs not getting a hit. So here's Boggs with 2 outs. McDowell will pitch to him. Rolling a strat. That's a 1. Sachs is not doing anything. 2 outs. McDowell's pitch. It's a 5-5. Hit by pitch. That's a 7. Too high. Boggs gets the swing. 3-2. It's a ground ball to McDowell. He's got it. Up with it. Pucks once. Pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Mets pull it out over the Red Sox 6-5 by the same exact score of the actual ball game. No runs and a hit. And the Mets win it 6-5 here on some unbelievable comeback by the Mets, who were down 4-0, and then win this game 6-5. Final line score coming up. For the New York Mets, 6 runs on 14 hits and no errors. For the Red Sox, 5 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher for the Mets, they scored 5 runs. The winning pitcher, I believe, the winning pitcher for the Mets is Randy Neiman. Neiman gets the win, and the loss in this case went to Clemens. Clemens gets the loss in that 4th inning. And Roger McDowell picks up a save, and Orozco, Leach, and Anderson all get holds. What a game here. I did out my ultimate best to give the Red Sox a chance with using the best hitters available, but this play going to the ballpark here at Shea Stadium on the roll was gigantic because that took away a 455 average and made it a 240 average here at Shea Stadium. The Mets win the game 6-5 by the actual score of the game that year. It was 6-5. There were 21 hits in that game. We had 19 in this one. There were 5 errors. We only had 1 here. So the Mets win Game 6 of this World Series, and we already know they win Game 7, and so history does not change. The Mets are still the 1986 World Series champions. And that will do it for here. Remember, tonight we got the Padres and the Cardinals, and tomorrow on Inside Pitch on Inside Pitch Seasons, we jump ahead 2 years to 1988. We will have Game 1 of that World Series, the Oakland A's against the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Kirk Gibson home run game. And I'll see if I can get Gibson in there somehow. After further review with Steve Tower, Captain Carl 8, Philip Reynolds, Cards and Dice TV, Mr. Moley 55, Bears Den 007. Thank you all for joining me, and we will see you later for more baseball action. Mets take the Red Sox 6-5 here today. We'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.